Let's make homemade Egyptian-style baked pasta macarona bechamel. It is homey and suitable for family gatherings. ويا مليون أهلا وسهلا. Let's start with the ingredients. They are a bit too much, but it is totally worth it. For the meat, we need minced beef, onion, tomato sauce, and the spices. For the sauce, we need a mix of butter and ghee, or you can use each one on its own, flour, milk, and spices. For the pasta, we use penne pasta, and the eggs are for the topping of the tray to give it this nice color. Let's start by preparing the meat. I start by mincing the onion in the blender. We don't want to find chunks of onion in the meat, we want them to blend together. So here, this texture is good, very small chunks. Over high heat, I add a little bit of oil because the meat already contains fat. I start by the onion till it is fragrant and soft. I don't want to darken the onion, just when it's soft, like here. I add the meat and I try to break it up with a spatula because I don't want to find big chunks of meat. Then I season it with black pepper and mixed spices or whatever you like, and salt. Add salt as much as you prefer. When the meat turns brown, I add the tomato sauce. It gives it a sweet taste and also good color. Then I add a splash of water and let it simmer for around 15 minutes. Meanwhile, I was boiling water for the pasta. I boil the pasta till al dente because it will continue to cook in the oven. I give it a good stir so it doesn't stick to each other, and I let it over low heat. For the bechamel, I start by adding the ghee and the butter. When they are hot, I add the flour and I stir them for around 5 minutes. I want to take out the raw taste of the flour and also to give it a bright yellow color, not very white. And then I add the milk. This milk is cold because if you add hot milk, it will be lumpy. And here is the whisking stage. I keep whisking till the sauce thickens. I never stop whisking because if you do, the sauce will form lumps and we don't want to find flour lumps when we eat. I season it with salt and the same spices as I used in the meat, and I keep whisking because this stage actually is a little bit tiring. I asked for help from my lovely husband. He kept whisking till the sauce starts to thicken like this here. This is a bit of a soup, thick, so we want it to be thicker. So if you leave it over the heat, it will be thicker. So here you can actually stop by here, but I like it to be more thick. So when you see these bubbles here, and it's not like soup, it's thicker than this, like this thick. Once everything is ready, we're ready to assemble the tray. I glazed it with ghee because it is not a non-stick tray. If you're using one, don't do this step. I put half quantity of the pasta and then I add some of the sauce because pasta without sauce is tasteless, and I try to mix them very well to make sure that each piece of pasta gets some of the sauce, like here. I smooth the layer and I try to make it even. Then I add the meat. I try to make the layer even and spread because I want to make sure that each bite has meat. Like here, nice and smooth. Then I add the last layer of the pasta, and the same way I try to make it nice and smooth. Then I add the sauce. I don't put it on one spot. I try to spread it all over the top here like this to make sure that it covers the pasta, and I try to fill in the gaps. I try to spread the sauce very well to cover the pasta because if I don't, the pasta will dry out in the oven. And I try to fill the gaps and I press the pasta down gently. To get the golden color that you saw in the beginning, I add 2 eggs because this is a big tray on some of the sauce, maybe 2 large spoons, and I mix them very well. Don't worry, the sauce is not hot, so the egg won't be cooked. I mix them very well and I add this on the top of the tray. I spread this mix all over the top. You can replace this mix by using mozzarella cheese or any cheese that you like, but this is the traditional way to do this. I spread the mix by using the spoon very gently. I don't add any pressure because I want this mix to lay over the top to give the tray the nice color that I want at the end. In a preheated oven at 240 degrees Celsius, I bake it for 30 minutes till it reaches a boil. In the last 10 minutes, I turn on the grill. وبالهنا والشفا.